Welcome to the 888 versus 187 Killer Pads. For 888, we have 1017 Bigley, 1031 Whisk, 113 Raptor, 1337 Glitterous, 1706 Maven, 20 Murda, 221 Yeti, 28 Death, 29 Darko, 301 Black Soul, 39 Eevee, 505 Chica Demolish, 507 Rotten, 65 Diosa Azteca, 911 T-Chup, 94 Octane. And for 187 Killer Pads, we have 10 OMG, 1057 Shira, 1210 Charger, 20 Thrasher, 22 Scara, 24 Ima, 289 Cheese, 340 Bonnie, 480 Jackson, 538 Kaboom, 6 Kill vs. Maim, 617 Fabulaze, 7 Wieners, 76 Queen, 777 Perfect, 86 Shaggy, and 9999 Mange.
And we already have a lead jammer out there. That is Bonnie, who has taken lead for 187 Killer Pads. And jam has ended. Looks like a quick 2 points going to go up there for 187 Killer Pads to get us started. 2-0 here in the early moments. Hey, give a shout out to all our friends watching on the stream at home. Thank you so much for joining us here at RollerCon at our sponsored bout. Big shout out to our sponsors, 888 and 187 Killer Pads.
On the line, we have Kaboom, and Maven makes it out quickly, making it around the track. This is some fast derby, folks. Maven makes it through on the first scoring lap, scoring 4 points. And Kaboom is still pushing through. Maven makes it through for another scoring round. We got some offense sliding there. And an apex jump by Maven. This is exciting derby, folks. Another scoring lap for Maven. It looks like 187 Killer Pads is back on the track. And Kaboom makes it through. Which Maven is called off the jam. Much longer jam too.
Hey everybody, there is a big raffle happening right now, and the winners will be called during halftime of this game. Our sponsors, 888 and 187, have provided some amazing gift packages, including a helmet, some knee pads, some keychains and stickers. Also, you could win a cabana. Make sure you get those tickets, $1 each, 20 for 25, or 150 tickets for $100. And jam on it, friends. That is Fabulous with the star for 187 Killer Pads. Raptor for 888. All the action happening in the first 2 turns. This is a power jam with Fabulous spending a little bit of time in the penalty box. Raptor out of the pack, has picked up lead. Les is back on the track also has that helmet cover in hand, but oh man, picks up a penalty right away, and we are having another power jam. Power jam. Jam de poder. Everybody bebopping around here in turn number 4. Raptor getting a little bit of a bump, but unable to knock all the way out. So with a hand down, stays on the track, gets back up, battling forward, able to pick up 3 hard-fought points in that jam. Ends it, though, and effectively freezes Ghetto Fabulous in the penalty box.
Looks like lining up on the jam line for 888, we have 1337 Glitterous. We're going to be starting off with a power jam here. There's some good offense happening by those blockers, trying to clear the way for Glitterous. Still pushing through. We do not have a lead jammer yet. Is that Fabulous? Yeah. Okay. And Fabulous makes it through for 187 Killer Pads as lead jammer. Clitoris still working on the initial pass. But that's a scoring round for Fabulous, racking up 4 points for 187 Killer Pads. And it looks like we had a star pass to Evie. So that'll end that round with 4 points for 187 Killer Pads.
Just about ready for our next jam. And I do believe we have a new jammer on the track. The one, the only Aaron Jackson, but out first with lead wearing number 911 is not Chop, but someone wearing Chop's jersey. As you know, at RollerCon, we have that happen sometimes where we get some guest skaters wearing some friends' jerseys, but we know that's not exactly who that is. And so the jammer for 888 is in the penalty box. That leaves Jackson, only jammer on the track, and Jackson is through. Is not lead. There will not be a lead here in jam number 5. So Jackson now coming back, looking to bust through that pack, but coming up against a powerful blocking force there with Darko. I think that's Death. And Jackson getting knocked back, recycled as Not Chop is back on the track. Looking to find some space and is through for 4 more points. So 8 so far in this jam for 888.
Weren't they both in the penalty box?
So just about 15 seconds left in the jam. 4 points going up for 187 Killer Pads. Not Chop getting knocked to the inside, recycled back. And the jam has ended. Let's see how many points we're going to wind up here with. Looking like 11 Yes, 11 for 888, 8 for 187. Your score now 32-18.
Looks like we have Bonnie and Maven on the line, setting up to be a powerful jam. Maven was pushing through at the front first, but now we have Bonnie up ahead. Extending those walls, extending the pack, and Bonnie makes it through as lead jammer. Some tough walls to push through. These blockers have it locked down. Bonnie's fighting hard up in the front. And it looks like Maven is going to the penalty box. So it is a power jam. Bonnie for a scoring lap of 4 points. Have some great offense going on to try to help their jammer through. Another 4 points and called off by Bonnie, bringing that to a very close game, 32-30.
Shout out to our sponsor, 187 Killer Pads, worn by the most pros in the world. If you skate, you know why. That's 187 Killer Pads.
Do you need a pen to mark it?
And thanks so much for everybody who is here joining us. If you're here in the venue, make sure you're getting those raffle tickets. That raffle will be announced at halftime. Whistle blows. That's Kaboom with the star for 187 Killer Pads. This is a power jam. Power jam. Jam de poder. Maven starting this jam in the penalty box. Now out of the pack, able to slip through. Picks up lead. Maven now out of that penalty box, also through the pack, so coming back around on a scoring pass. Jam ends, couple points going up for 187 Killer Pads. And what do I see, Smacks? The ever elusive tie score. Ooh. Ah.
I do love those doubles. Might be a good raffle number, so don't forget to get your raffle tickets. All right, it looks like we have Raptor and Fabulez. Again, with these strong walls, it is very difficult to push through, but Fabulez has made it. Raptor still pushing in that front wall. Fabulez just making it look easy, gliding around the track. Looks like there has been a panty pass. And Yeti is now the jammer for 888. They're going to call that off before Yeti could score any points. It is no longer a tie game.
That means we have a lead change. It's a lead change. More Derby-specific gear than any other brand. 888 has you covered. Find out more, 888 Quad or 888.com. Whistle blows, action begins. Kaboom with that star for 187 Killer Pads. Glitterous for 888. Glit pushing forward. They're getting just past the pivot line. Going into the turns, coming up there against Whiskey Von Sweets. I think that's Blacksoul Rose there in the invert of that tripod. And a skater to be named later, once I see the number.
The pack is really stretched out right now.
It is indeed. Some nice bridging happening out there with Perfect along with Diosa. Glit getting knocked to the outside, recycles back. Plaque going to get a little bit closer. Looking to find some space, but Blaxel and Whiskey coming together. Slow down, who slips but is back up and on the move. Octane Jane taking that star pass as the jam ends, and it looks like we have a 0-0 jam.
But it was a tough fight for those points.
Absolutely. A tough fight for those non-points. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like there should be points.
Absolutely.
Because the battle was fierce.
Yes. All right, on the jam line, we have Jackson already pushing to the front, but being recycled back. And Chop makes it through. I've been told that's not Chop.
Yeah, not Chop.
Not Chop, wearing Chop's jersey.
If anybody's watching in the chat or here in the venue knows who that is, let us know.
Pushing through at the front. Oh, sorry. Oh, we've got some penalty-heavy jams going on.
Yeah, our friendly neighborhood jammers have been spending more time in the penalty box than I think anybody would like.
And this is a great time for offense when we have one jammer in the box. And Chop jersey makes it through. Oh, and we got through for that initial pass for Jackson, but Chop's going to call it off. That extends that lead for, actually, I think that was a lead change for 888.
Hey, yeah. You're so right. It's a lead change. It's a lead change. Hey, that's an excellent reminder to hydrate. Remember, we're in the desert. Some of y'all aren't from the desert, so maybe you don't know, but probably have learned since you've been here. The moisture gets sucked right out of your body when you're in the desert. Bonnie's wearing that star for 187 Killer Pads and Maven for 888. And it is Bonnie slicing through the pack and picking up a lead for 187 Killer Pads. But Maven's like, yo, wait up. I'm on my way. So pressure on as Bonnie goes up on those chest hops. Gets around. Yeti rolling in for a hit at the end. So a call off. And 3 points going to go on that Killer Pads score. Remember, there's still time to get that raffle. You got about 12 and a half minutes. Those numbers will be called during halftime. Great opportunity to win some fantastic prizes from our sponsors, 888 and 187 Killer Pads.
Looks like on the line we have Raptor for 888 and Fabulez for Killer Pads. Some tough walls, playing some awesome defense. But Fabulez makes it through.
Oh, so a no earned pass, so Les will not have lead. Lead still available.
Mm-hmm. That is 4 points for Fabulez. Raptor still fighting, pushing through, as Fabulez racks up another 4 points. Up in the front, Raptor has made it through that initial pass. Oh, it's another power jam. Fabulous goes to the box. Those jammers cannot help getting those penalties today.
Those must be really comfy seats over there.
This is some elite level derby out here. We see some offense trying to push the wall to help their jammer get through. Nice little whip there off of their teammate. And Raptor scores 4 points with that pass. All right, we've got both jammers back on the track now. It is going to be a full jam. And Fabulous makes it through for another 4 points. And that is the time.
Oof, and just like that, what? We are tied again.
They really like
52 to 52.
And it was 32-32 before, so they like those twos for the ties. Tie for
All
the
right,
twos.
let's see. Can we see another lineup of scores like this through the game? Just under 10 minutes left here in the half. Make sure you're getting those raffle tickets. Get that really sweet 888 swag. Get your 187 Killer Pro knee pads and a cabana. A cabana, remember cabanas? You want a cabana. And Glitterous out first has picked up lead for 888. Boom passes the star to Scara. And big hit there to Glit, who will call it off. Points are accrued, and we have a lead change. It's a lead change. Drink them if you got them. Water, preferably. No judgment, though.
Get your raffle tickets and water. The two most important things at RollerCon. Got a Chop and Jackson line up again. And Jackson makes it through the pack as lead jammer. Ooh, an attempted apex from Chop. Stopped by the killer pads. Looks like we've got a pivot going to the box. And Jackson makes it through for 4 scoring points, but right behind Jackson is Chop, or Chop's semi-Chop jersey. It's currently tied again. And the jam is called off. Let's see what those points were. 1 extra point. So it's not going to be tied.
Man, so close.
I do love how close this game is.
It is another lead change. It's a lead change. Hey, remember, this cabana is for the black and blue ball. If you've been to the black and blue ball, you know that cabanas are a hot commodity. You want to get that raffle ticket for the black and blue ball cabana possibility, cabana winner. I think pinball has the winning ticket right there too. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I just have a feeling one of those is the winner.
Could I make friends with someone who wins the cabana?
Yes, yeah, and if you win the cabana, we'd be happy to be your friends.
Thank you.
That was a quick jam, 1-1 score for each team, so no lead change. A slight change in the score, but 187 Killer Pads. Oh, wait.
Oh, we missed a
I
couple.
spoke too soon, friends. My apologies. It's actually a lead change. Yay! We love it. Crowd goes wild. Thank you. Oh, my gosh.
Just under 7 minutes left in this bout. We have Raptor and Fabulous up against each other again. Raptor is pushing that front, getting through, and gets that lead. I wasn't sure if that was going to be an got lead, but is going to the box. So lost lead. This will be a full 2-minute jam. You see some offense happening to try to help get Fabulous through. And some help from a teammate there. Fabulous makes it through on the initial pass. I see some sweeping going on. Defense is doing an excellent job with this power jam. And we've got both jammers back on the track. Those walls are solid. They are not moving. Extending that pack up in the front. If Raptor can just extend it a little more, yes, they made it through. Oh, actually, that was a panty pass. Nope, just took it off and put it back on. So we'll see what that final score was. Looks like 62 killer pads and stayed at 59, so that is a lead change.
It's a lead change. Lead change.
You got 4 minutes to get those raffle tickets, folks. You want that cabana.
Yeah, you do. And if you don't, just buy the tickets anyway, and you can give the cabana to us. Kaboom out very quickly, has picked up lead for 187 killer pads. Maven now also out of the pack, so going to put that pressure on. Going to the outside lane, but is denied by Death. And the jam is ended. Quick and beautiful. The deep cover helmet from 888 provides unmatched technology and fit options. Find out more at 888.com. Also, if you're in the venue, you can check out their booth out in the breezeway. Go say hi to our friends at 187 and 888.
Up on the line, we have Glitterous and Jackson. Oh, Jackson just pushes right through to get lead jammer.
Say Jackson was speedy going through that pack.
Very speedy. They're just making it look too easy. Now those walls, though, they're holding them back. And Glitterous is going to get recycled back. Jackson's pushing at the front. Also going to get recycled back. It looks like a panty pass happened. And now up in the front. Ooh, called it off. Looks like Killer Pads will stay in the lead. 67 to 60.
Just a couple more minutes. Get those raffle tickets. Pinball's coming around. Got those raffle tickets. Winner, winner. Cabana swimmer. Anyway, Bonnie's got that star for 187 Killer Pads. Not Chop for 888, and it's Not Chop who is out first. Has picked up lead. Bonnie also out of the pack, skating around very quickly. Going to push the pressure as Not Chop coming in, flipping those hips around, looking to pick up some points. Does get two, holding 187 scoreless. So closing that gap slightly, 5 points separate these two teams with less than a minute and a half left in the first half.
That was some good strategy there to get those points, but keep the other team from getting points. Maven and Kaboom. I thought there was going to be some jammer on jammer action. Maven makes it through as lead jammer. Gliding through with those crossovers, making it look easy. And Maven makes it for 4 points on that scoring lap. Is going to go around again. Kaboom still working on that initial pass. And that's another 4 points as Maven makes it around. And that's a lead change. All right, it looks like there was a panty pass. Nope, it's still Kaboom. She just took it off and put it back on. But there was a lead change, so we have 888 at 74, 187 killer pads at 67, and that is half.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us on the stream. Stick around for the next exciting half of this game between 888 and 187 killer pads. Just 7 points separate these two teams, and I believe we are just about ready to do our halftime raffle. Maybe get your final tickets. Pinball's running back. All right, so this is for the keychains and stickers from 888, a swag bag. Jax to win is right here. Oh my gosh, and she won. Yay! All right, hey, but we have more of those. More of those are coming. Also, she's very smart with like a stamp, just so you know in the future. That's a really pro tip. This is a green ticket. Green tickets, number 513-59716. So those last four numbers are 9716. Oh, we got the winner coming down. That is another swag bag, couple keychains and stickers. Okay, this is a red ticket. If you have a red ticket, 23428-188. Those last four numbers are 8188. Yay! Here they come. All right, and this is like a pinkish keep this coupon, and the name on the back is Barbie. Oh, okay, perfect. Yay, Barbie. So I think that was, those were all the swag bags, is that right? We still have a couple more things that we're going to draw for, friends. Ah, look at OMG tossing out some sweet swag. Bonnie's also getting in on the action. Looks like some t-shirts there. This next one is for, oh. Fix my hair, Jenny. Okay, this is for the helmet. This is a 888 helmet. It's a blue ticket. It's Nova. Nova. I see somebody pointing. There's Nova. Yay. You got a sweet helmet, Nova. We have a couple more prizes, I believe. All right, this is for those 187 Killer Pro knee pads, a $180 value. Thank you to 187. This is a blue ticket, and it's for Kitty. Kitty? Yay, Kitty! Okay, this one is for the Cabana at the Black and Blue Ball. Are you ready? You better yell loud if this is you. It's a blue ticket. And I can't read the writing on the back. CYDPE. The last 3 digits are 482. Cuppy? The last 3 digits are 482, and it's one of those bright blue tickets. Okay, 5, 4. We're going to draw another ticket. Oh, wait. We might have the winner. Okay, 5, 4, 3. We're going to draw another ticket. 2, 1. Okay, we're drawing another ticket. This is for the Cabana, for the Black and Blue Ball. Pinball's looking for the winner. Here we go. And it's Kitty! Kitty, a double winner here at your halftime raffle. Thank you to 888 and 187 Killer Pads for sponsoring our amazing prizes for this raffle. Kitty right here, make her your best friend. You might be able to sneak in on that Cabana. You never know, right? Hey, all right, thank you. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you. We love you. All right, everybody, we got just about 3 minutes until we get started again. So, hey, there were a lot of lead changes. You might need to refill your water. I think there's some vendors here that sell drinks of some sort. So if you need a refill, go get one. Run to the bathroom real quick, and we will see you back here shortly.
All right, we are close to the second half. Just want a reminder, from new recruits to world champs, 187 killer pads lead the pack. If you're looking, 187 has those pads.
And welcome back. Hey, everybody who is here looking for a comeback from 187 Killer Pads. Give it up for 187. Thank you, person. And how about 888? Thank you, slightly more people. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Game's about to begin. So jam number 1. See a couple folks already out there ready to roll. Maven's got the star for 888. Bonnie for 187. Whistle blows, and here we go. Bonnie is pushing forward, going to the outside, runs right into Blaxel. So slowed down, then bounces to the inside, but gets through. So Bonnie now out for lead as Maven gets recycled back, has removed the helmet cover. So will it be a pass? Will it be a stash? Only time will tell. Stay tuned. Meanwhile, the pack is moving up towards that pivot line. Maven has found some space, spinning around, bouncing off those blockers, still trying to find a way. While Bonnie is through for 4, Maven is now out of that pack. Bonnie picking up 4 more. Thinking about calling it off, waits until Maven gets right up to the pack. And there's your call off. So 8 quick points, and friends, just like that, we've got another lead change. It's a lead change. Another reminder to hydrate.
All right, on that line, we have Glitterous and Kaboom for 187 Killer Pads. Glitterous pushing that pack all the way up to the pivot line. Kaboom seems to be stuck in the back, and Glitterous is your lead for this jam. All right, Glitterous approaches the pack as Kaboom makes it out. And it's going to be a quick call getting those points. Looks like we have a 3 up for 888, so it is another lead change. This is a close game, folks. This is very entertaining. These are 2 very, very good teams. Very evenly matched. I'm excited to see what this half brings. All right, we got Fabulez for 187 Killer Pads. And I believe that's Raptor for 888.
That's right. Raptor moving up through the front, gets past Wieners and OMG, now out for lead. Les with that helmet cover in hand, recycled back by Murda. Gonna give it another try there. And Les picking up another jammer penalty. Friends, that has been quite the story in this game so far. Lots of jammer penalties. Wieners going to the penalty box as well. So Raptor pushing forward, getting that encouragement from the bench to call it, and does. So Les going to start the next jam in the penalty box. 4 points go up for 888, so 81-75. Upgrade your safety with Derby-driven innovation. 888. Find out more at 888.com.
All right, on the line, we have 911, who we found out is not Choop, but is in fact Cosmo. So Cosmo's out there, and Cosmo picked up lead. Fabulous released from the box. Pushing through and making the initial pass. Oh, and Cosmo calls it real quick.
Fast 4 points going up there for 888. So a 10-point lead now in favor of 888. Still a lot of time left. And as we say, it's anybody's game. Maven with the star for 888. Jackson for 187. Jackson high-stepping it, showing those speedy skates, and busts through the pack for lead. Maven gets through the pack, so going to put that pressure on. Jackson on a scoring pass. Will call it off before Maven enters the pack. See how many points. 3 going to go up for Jackson, and 187 killer pads. Industrial strength materials, unmatched ergonomic design, unparalleled excellence. That's 187 killer pads. Check them out at the booth in the lobby if you're here, or online, 187killerpads.com.
All right, for AAA, we have Glitterous up against Bonnie from 187 Killer Pads, and Bonnie makes lead. All right, Bonnie's hitting that pack, and Glitterous is still trying to make their initial. And it looks like there was a star pass to Whiskey on 888. And Bonnie is calling it. All our friends are up and safe. Speaking of being safe, please travel with a buddy or pack outside of the expo. Find more tips in your program. And it looks like 4 points are going up for 187 Killer Pads, making it a very close game.
Raptor wearing that star for 888. Kaboom for 187 Killer Pads. Whistle blows immediately. Evie just commanding the presence there of Kaboom and moving all over the track, ending in a recycle. Coming back up, running into that tripod there with Evie, Blacksoul Rose, and a skater to be named later. Penalty being called on the 187 pivot. That's Charger. And just a battle here for both jammers. That's Wieners. They're holding back Raptor as the pack begins to get very spread out. Not going to be long. And there it is. Raptor sticking with it, digging in, moving Wieners, and getting out. So lead goes to 888 with about a minute left in the jam as Kaboom, still looking for a way out of the pack, has that helmet cover in hand. Star pass is complete, so Charger, now Jammer, for 888 gets recycled back and starts again. So now the pack is all together like one big happy pack family right up by the pivot line, really. So a lovely hit out by Cheese gets that recycle. Charger able to stay on, or pardon me, Raptor staying on the track there through all the mayhem and is through for 4. Now going to come back around for another scoring pass as time ticks off and the jam ends. 1 point picked up there by Raptor at the end. So 5-point jam takes that score 90-82.
All right, on the jammer line for 187 killer pads, we have Fabulous, and for 888, Cosmo. Very fast moving pack here. Ooh, and Fabulous makes it out as your lead jammer. Cosmo still trying to get through the first initial pass. And looks like Fabulous is being recycled. Wow, these are some very strong walls. Oh, and it looks like Cosmo's made it out and Fabulous is calling it. So 187 killer pads got 3 points up there, making it a 5-point game.
Lining up for jam number 9, Jackson with the star for 187 killer pads, Maven for 888. Pack sticking right to that jam line, and Jackson still able to create a lane and get out first. Is lead. Maven also out of the pack and coming up quickly. Jackson calling it off while falling to the ground. Picks up 1 point. Looks like Maven, though, able to slip through for 3. So 3-1 jam. 888 extending their lead ever so slightly, 93-86. Still a lot of time left. Just under 19 minutes here in the game.
All right, looks like we have Glitterous up for AAA and Bonnie for 187. And Bonnie sneaks through on the inside and gets lead. And Glitterous is not far behind Bonnie. Ooh. Let's see how many points, if any points, each team grabbed. And it looks like only 1 point was grabbed for 187 killer pads. Speaking of 187 killer pads, listening to Derby athletes since day one, that's 187 killer pads. Check out their booth in the lobby.
Boom Kaboom with the star for 187 killer pads. Raptor for 888. Empty penalty box here as we start jam number 11. All the action between the jam and pivot line. Raptor able to shimmy through on that outside lane. Picks up lead for 888. Looking for a space, being contained there by Rotten and Darko, who are just tracking like magnets to Raptor is through for 4. Able to push through now up past that pivot line. Yeti getting in on that blocking action, making it very difficult. And so a star pass occurs, and that is Kill V Mame with the star out of the pack, puts the pressure on. So jam is ended. Couple more points going to go up there. So 7, 888 hitting that century mark. Extends their lead. 13 points between these two teams as we get ready for jam number 12.
All right, looks like we have Fabulous up against Cosmo once again. I feel like this is a pretty common matchup. Ooh, and Fabulous just runs right through. Cosmo still on their initial pass as Fabulous just barrels through, but not for lack of trying on 888. Oh, that was a nice apex jump by Fabulez. And looks like Cosmo is still on the initial pass. Oh, and it looks like Fabulez just got a penalty. So this will be a 2-minute jam. Lead was lost. Looks like Triple Eight is trying to play some offense for their jammer. And Cosmo gets through for another 4 points. Fabulez back in. And there's about 10 seconds left of this jam. Fabulez getting through. Ooh, and a second apex jump from Fabulez. Let's see how much point each team grabbed. Ooh, Fabulez grabbed 16. Well, Triple Eight grabbed 6. Very close to the highest point jam.
I think that's certainly the highest scoring jam of this half. There by Fabulez. Lining up now for jam number 13. Maven with the star for Triple Eight. Jackson for 187 killer pads. Pack moves quickly off the jam line to the pivot line, and it's Maven who emerges first. Establishes lead for Triple Eight. Jackson coming up against Evie and Murda, looking for some space, but looks like Jackson has picked up a penalty. So going to set up a power jam. Power jam. Jam de poder a favor de Maven. So Maven, opportunity to extend that Triple Eight lead here in jam number 13. Maven able to bust through, picks up 4 more points. Those 187 blockers containing Maven, and Maven with the cut track going to the penalty box as Jackson has completed that initial pass. Now coming through, looking to pick up some points. Running right into Blaxel, Rose, and Evie, along with Octane Jane. Jackson attempting to hop around, but does get knocked to the inside, so recycled back. .187 blockers getting in there, looking to break things up and create a lane for Jackson. But those Triple Eight blockers are having none of it. Time runs out. Jam ends. 3 more points going to go up for Triple Eight. 4 on that jam for 187. Your score 117 to 107. 10 points separate these two teams with 11 and a half minutes left in the game.
All right, on that jam line. Looks like we have Bonnie and Raptor up. Ooh, and Bonnie sneaks through right on the outside. Raptor getting recycled, taking off that star. Oh, and getting a penalty. So it is now a power jam for 187 killer pads. This is a good time to make use of this power jam. Lessen that gap or even create a lead change. Some nice offense by Kilby Main. Ooh. And Raptor is released, coming back into the jam. Looks like both jammers are pretty stuck right now. Oh, just kidding. Bonnie sneaks through right on that inside line. And it looks like there is a successful star pass to Yeti. And Bonnie's gonna call it. Let's see how much points Bonnie grabbed. Ooh, Bonnie got 12 points. And it's now 117 to 119, which means that's a lead change.
It's a lead change. Drink them if you got them. Hydrate, 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 friends. Whistle blows. That's Cosmo off the line for 888. Kaboom moving forward, gets knocked to the outside. Just has to take a couple steps back and right on that track again to start all over with the pushing. Everybody just past that pivot line and moving forward. That looks like OMG Goldie Scara along with Shira holding it down for 187, preventing Cosmo from getting out of that pack as Kaboom has busted out. Now has lead. Going to the outside, then back to the end. Scooches past Diosa and Whiskey and through for 4. Successful star pass to Whiskey Von Sweets. Whiskey now coming through. So pressure put on there by Whisk. Holding 187 killer pads to 8 points here in jam number 15. Takes your score to 127 to 117 in favor of 187 killer pads. Just under 8 minutes left here in the game.
All right. Looks like we have Maven up against Fabulous on that line. Ooh, and quick from Maven, just running on that inside lane with Fabulous not too far behind Maven. Ooh. Maven calls it quick. Let's see if either team was able to grab any points. And it looks like only 1 point was grabbed for Maven, making it a 9-point difference.
Jam number 17 coming up. That's Glit with the star for 888, pardon me, and Jackson for 187 killer pads. Glit going to that outside up on the toe stops. No earned pass. Thought for a moment it might be a cut track call, but no. Upon further reflection, a no earned pass. So Glit out. Jackson with that helmet cover in hand. Ooh. 3 points going to be picked up by Glitterous on that scoring pass. Glit now back around looking to add more points to that 888 score. Chipping away at the 187 killer pads lead. Yeti going to the penalty box. along with the pivot for 187. Glitz recycled back. Number 86 there, tracking with Glit, who is going to get 3 more points on that jam. So a 6-point jam for 888. Now just 3 points between these two teams, and we're coming down to it, friends. Just over 5 minutes left here in the game.
Looks like we have Raptor up against Bonnie. Each jammer pushing. And these walls are moving pretty fast. Not giving an inch of space for these jammers. Oh, and with a little spin move, Bonnie makes it out as your lead jammer. Raptor being recycled back by number 22. And it looks like there was a successful star pass to Yeti on 888. And Bonnie calls it before Yeti can get close. And Bonnie picked up 4 points, taking 187 killer pads to 131 888, staying at 124.
Cosmo with the star for 888. Kaboom for 187. Going towards that inside lane, able to shuffle past Blaxel Rose, establishes lead for 187. Cosmo still looking for some space, getting bumped out there by Perfect and Goldie. Goldie and Shira now holding it down. Goldie going to drop back and bridge. So Shira, the last remaining skater, and picking up a penalty as Cosmo gets out of the pack, puts the pressure on, forces that call off, holds 187 to just 1 point here in jam number 19. And we are really getting into it. Final 3 minutes here of this game, just 8 minutes separating these two teams.
All right. Looks like 187 killer pads. Piv is frozen in the box, leaving him without a pivot. And we have Bonnie up against Maven. A very fast moving pack again. Both these walls are very strong. Oh, something flew off the track. Potentially helmet cover. Don't know. Ooh, and a nice apex jump from Maven, making Maven lead for this jam. Looks like the pivot is back on, and Maven calls it before Bonnie can get any points. And it looks like Maven picked up 2 points. 888 126, killer pads 132. With a minute 45 left of this game, it's very close.
Fabulous with the star for 187 killer pads. Glitterous for 888. Whistle blows, action begins. Glit goes to that outside lane, starts to run up, but gets knocked to the outside, recycles back. Les now towards the front, going to the in, and now to the out. Bigley there with nice catch. Along with Whisk and Darko, and jam ends.
This is a close game, folks, with less than a minute left. Don't forget, please thank a staffer. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. So if you see one, give them a good thanks. All right. Up on that line, we have Raptor for 888. And Kaboom for 187 Killer Pads. Both of these walls are doing a good job of locking their jammer down. We are 30 seconds in, still no lead. Oh, and it looks like we got some offense from 888 from 1027. Looks like Raptor is just pushing that pack up. Kaboom still pushing from the back. Offense sent to help Raptor. Still 50 seconds left of this jam and still no lead. Both jammers are fighting for that. These are some very, very strong walls. 9-4, which is Octane trying to play some offense for their jammer on 888. Oh my goodness, we have 20 seconds left and still no lead. Penalty was called on a 187 Killer Pads player, number 7, Wieners. And with that, the game is over.
Man, we end this game, that final jam, with no lead jammer. Talk about an evenly matched game, Cherry.
Yes, that was, both jammers were fighting with all they could, and both walls were just locking them down. Neither wanted to give up any space or give up those points. So this was a very close and very awesome game to watch.
Yeah, big shout out to all of our fans here. Thank you so much for joining us for this game. And of course, visit our sponsors, 888 and 187 Killer Pads. They got the booth out in the lobby. If you're on the stream, you can find them on the interwebs and in your local skate shop. Stick around. We got a lot more derby happening. I am Loquita Bonita, joined by
Cherry Bomb
and Hippie Smaxolotl.
And thank you again. We will see you later.